Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. It's been alleged that Olori Mariam breaks down in tears as Ooni of Ife rejected a bulletproof stove that she bought as a gift to Ooni of Ife to ask for Kabiesi's forgiveness. In Kabiesi's word, allegedly, money cannot buy affection, money cannot buy love, and money cannot pay for the consequences of sins that is committed. They say Mariam was very, very upset. Mariam has been crying a whole lot. Now, because the stove, they said there is a Toyota as in one of the latest Toyota bulletproof stove. And you know those bulletproof vans or stove can really, really be expensive. Seriously, I'm not exaggerating. Some of those cars can cost as much as 80 million naira. And they say she bought one for the Ooni of Ife, and Ooni of Ife vehemently declined, like he's not accepting it and he will not accept it, that they cannot always eat their cake and have it, they cannot do things and come back with gift for him, that his eyes are no longer as close as they used to be, that he does not need any of these things for them, that they need to keep their monies and their stuff for themselves. Allegedly, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. Still on the royals. How are you guys doing? Happy weekends to you. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. I appreciate you so much. Report reaching us right now is that Mariam Anako breaks down in tears after Ooni of Ife rejected her 2023 Toyota Prado as something X whatever bulletproof Jeep that is very expensive. Some people are saying that Jeep is worth about 80 million naira. And the Ooni of Ife vehemently rejected it, that he does not need any gift from them, that you cannot continue to do things that become so reprehensible and expect that a gift is going to pay for the consequences of sin. Allegedly, they say that was the reply of the Ooni of Ife. Now, things are not really looking good for Olori Mariam again. Allegedly, the reason is because Dr. Elizabeth's family is also, standing their grounds, taking the same stand that if she's going to remain in the palace, Dr. Elizabeth might have to make an exit for her safety. And this is not going well. It's beginning to look like there is going to be a mini gang up against Olori Mariam. And that is why they say whatever you sow is what you reap at the end of the day. You see, they say, do not feed anybody in a plate that you will not want to feed from. Right now, when they first came into the palace, there was so much gang up against Olori Naomi. And we saw everything that transpired. We saw how they gang up against this lady so much. And not only right there in the palace, even on social media. Happily, some of the bloggers who were blogging against Queen Naomi are beginning to tune this thing down right now, understanding the circumstances of things. They said there is never a time in this life where darkness will overtake light, and this is the representation of that phrase that is made. Okay, and so right now there was this gang up against Olori Naomi in the palace. It was really bad. It was terrible. I remember this night where I felt so bad. I felt as though I was Naomi's elder sister, or something. I felt so bad. I felt as though she was helpless. I felt as though Ooni should stand up for her because it was so much. Remember where that pastor came and started saying things about Naomi, saying Naomi was the one who went to go and beg Ooni to marry her, that God sent her to Ooni. The pastor came and said Naomi was not a V girl when Ooni met her. The pastor said a whole lot of stuff about Naomi and really brought Naomi down. And a lot of people were just busy dragging that girl up and down. If not for the grace of God, I don't know what would have happened to Naomi. They kept paying bloggers, and they kept blogging Naomi, saying unprintable things about Naomi. Something about bloggers. Some of us, some bloggers can say anything. They don't care. They don't censor the things they say, how it's going to hurt and affect the other person. They don't censor their words and all of that. That was exactly what was happening to these people. And it's really unfair because me as a blogger, the one thing I don't want to do is to bring people down, to call people derogatory names. And like you see a lot of bloggers call these women Ife wives and all of that. It's up to them. Well, I cannot decide what they do, but I feel like sometimes no matter how we want to do this thing, we should try and censor the things that we say. So, in all this being said, that was the same way they were ganging up against Olori Naomi. And it's important to know that whatever you sow in this world is what you reap. There are no two ways about it. Whatever you sow in this world, you get to reap it at some point in time. And so, this is something they were sowing against Queen Naomi. And right now, it does seem as if it's turning around. Right now, it looks as if there is a mini gang up in the palace against Olori Naomi, Olori and Mariam, because Dr. Lizzy's parents, they are very, very adamant, allegedly, that if Mariam will continue to stay in the palace, Lizzy will exit the palace and because of her safety. And we are all aware of what Ooni of Ife feels about Lizzy. Ooni does not play with Lizzy. Ooni sees Lizzy as a basic or a major support system to him, which, of course, the girl has worked so hard to earn that place in the life of Ooni of Ife. And so, Ooni will never ever want Lizzy to go. And I can tell you categorically that if Ooni will have to choose two wives, he will choose Queen Naomi and Dr. Lizzy. Yes, so Lizzy has worked so hard. Lizzy has earned her place in that palace and in the life of the Ooni of Ife. So right now that Lizzy's parents are standing on that, Ooni, it's almost as if they are going to bend Ooni's hand to do what he never could have done in this capacity. But how it is right now is that Mariam, seeing that things are not looking good for her, they said she ran and ordered a bulletproof suit for the Ooni of Ife as a gift. You know that the Valentine gift, she never gave Ooni of Ife anything. And even though the Valentine has passed, they said she presented that gift to Ooni, to Kabiyesi yesterday, and Kabiyesi rejected that gift. And that she has cried her eyes out, that she does not know what she needs to do for Kabiyesi to see her love, for Kabiyesi to appreciate her, for Kabiyesi to welcome her, for Kabiyesi to accept her. But it's important to understand that Kabiyesi accepted his wives a long time ago. Sometimes it's important for us to, accept what we cannot change. When Kabiyesi married these women and brought them into the palace, things turned south, and everything was going south. And at some point, people, seers and all of that, they started advising Kabiyesi, look, that the only medicine you have for this problem you have is to, put away marginalization and begin to treat them right and equally. And Kabiyesi has been treating them very right. I've been really trying to be very respectful and everything, praising them all over the place and all of that. But with the man's effort, these women were not ready to leave Queen Naomi, and right now everything is in a boomerang form. So who do you blame? They say Kabiyesi vehemently rejected that suit from Mariam, and Mariam broke down in tears, like she was so broken over the suit. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all allegations. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.